Welcome back, everyone, to the Complete Pineleaf. Last time we met Gothmog, who turns out to be Mordorith Reborn, and now we're going to have to do something about that, I suppose. What do you say about that, Durofin?
You look as if you've seen a ghost.
You look as you've seen a ghost, and if the terrible apparition's words were to be believed, mayhap you have? Is it true? What is this creature spared death? How can we hope to fight against such foes, if even a true strike with a keen blade can't cure them of their existence? Well, you asked your friend that he not tell anyone of Gothmog's words. Very well. I suppose that it is for the best, but I don't like it. If the armies we face are led by creatures that cannot die, how long must we be expected to fight? How long must we stand, Pineleaf? I hope you understand that I'm not afraid, but my brother is not as brave as I am, and I fear that he will not be willing to go on endlessly without victory. Well, what do we say about that? What do you say about that?
You damaged the great ram. Why then do you bear such a stricken expression?
The thought of telling Damrod the truth weighs heavily upon you, but you know that the soldier already struggles with very little hope. To tell him that the leaders of the enemy's armies cannot be defeated in battle, and that death holds no permanence upon creatures of such evil, would dash away any of his hopes that remain. Cheer up, Pineleaf. Your efforts have brought the defenders of Minas Tirith some time, and those extra hours, however brief, might prove the difference. Evil cannot fight forever. Faramir will be found, and our battles will be won. Get some rest if you can, Pineleaf. Soon we will look to joining the defenders of the White City, and our battles will begin anew. But for now, you have done well. Damrod smiles heartily at you, but you think that the foe that was once Mordorith, and your heart is heavy. I suppose we could take a bracelet of mighty defense, of skilled defense, and of skilled defiant. I guess skilled defiant. Oh, bracelet of skilled defiance or hardy bracelet of skilled. Why is there a difference between the two? This one has more agility. Oh, and this one has a split between agility and vitality. Okay, I'll just take the one for defiance. With that done, we need to head out and find that final ranger. Ah, I found the final ranger, and I'm pretty sure that he is going to go and send us on a quest, right? The rest of them did it.
The Mughal host must be defeated.
You startled me, stranger. I have almost finished my patrol, but I could use your aid if I am to quicken my pace and return to the culverts. I promise you, I shall be a more gracious companion than any others you might find roaming in the City of Stars. I would presume you mean as opposed to the trolls, the orcs, the goblins, the easterlings, and the Haradrim. I suppose that would be true.
Ithilien is crawling with foes.
I will soon make for the tunnels below, but first, I would ask your aid in recovering more of our hidden stores from the old houses of healing just over there. A few of the Easterlings began to search in after I lost my trail, and I shall not yet finish my task. If you have made it this deep into the city, you must either be a deft traveler or a practiced warrior, either of which would be welcome to my side. Within the ruined houses, you will find stores of simple rations and athalas. Both of these are of great value to us, and I will see that you're rewarded if you return them to me. Now, that's an interesting question. Would the Rangers of the South be familiar with Atlas in the same way that the Rangers of the North are? Interesting question. And I ask that because the master of the houses of healing in Minas Tirith doesn't seem to know too much about it. And you would think that he would at least have some contact with Faramir, who seems to be in charge of the Rangers of the South. So let's see. Let's try up here. Well, I don't know if he's in charge. I don't know who's in charge of the Rangers of the South. I get the impression that Faramir was. I mean, is it something that goes to a second son, or was Boromir the one in charge of it, but Faramir was the second in command, which effectively makes it this time Faramir in charge of them? An interesting question. I don't know the command structure of the Rangers, but it looks like I've got quite a collection of items in here, and I haven't run into anything yet. Am I going to get ambushed as soon as I take the last one, or when I go to a certain place? That's the question here, because it seems to me that this is going a little bit more smoothly than I had expected. I'm thinking something's going to attack and ambush us, right? Wrong. Oh well. Here are the supplies.
Ithilien is crawling with foes.
It's fortunate that the Easterlings had not yet picked the old houses clean, for we shall have much need of these goods. I shall see them returned to the rest of my men in the tunnels. Thank you, Pineleaf. You're welcome.
The Morgul host must be defeated.
Yes, one of my fellows is lost, and I fear that what may have befallen him. Oh, another one of these cases. The Easterlings spotted him as we moved here, and our paths diverged as they gave him chase. When I last saw him, he made for the eastern bridge of the old Dome of Stars, but I hope his pursuers did not drive him there, for a manner of evil things have taken hold of it. You are a hardy warden and might be able to bear the dread that surrounds the dome. Will you search for him there? I will not abandon him until I am assured of his fate. But death has not been a stranger to our men in these dark days. Well, at least I still have +6 hope. So that'll do for the moment. So now, let's see about these fallen stars. I have found the bridge and should now search for the lost ranger. So that's the Dome of Stars. What's that supposed to be? A planetarium? I'm not sure on that, but I presume that he's going to be somewhere on the inside of it, and we'll find out. It doesn't look like a planetarium, but it does look like it is riddled with nasty things, especially that there is a slain Ranger of Ithilien here. Oh my goodness gracious. Blackguard. Oh, that's not good. And what do we have here? Attacking this raid returns cold, shocking pain. Any common westerness or ancient dwarf make. Well, good thing that I'm using Balerion then. Let's check the ranger. So this ranger's body is battered and contorted, as if he were dropped from a great height. Well, that's not good news. I found his body, and it looks like he has dropped from a great height.
The Morgul host must be defeated.
I thought as much, Pineleaf. You need not say more. These fell beasts and their dark riders seem to delight in dropping the wounded from above, men and orc alike. Let us hope that no others must suffer this sorry fate. Hmm. Well, back to the culverts. I have finished recalling the rangers.
Ithilien is crawling with foes.
You have my thanks, Pineleaf. I see a few of my men have returned already, and I'm certain that the rest shall follow soon. Yet I know little of the fate of my Captain Faramir, and I shall not count him among the dead while he remains lost. I have a mind to search for him in Osgiliath, for none that survived our flight into the tunnels saw him escape. If you would join me and my men in our search for Faramir, you're welcome among us as long as your journey allows it. Of course, how long will the journey allow it? Probably until they start giving us dailies. Is this a daily?
Ithilien is crawling with foes.
Interesting. Oh, that is not a bunch of dailies, but it is non-soloable content as it includes 3 group instances in there. So we will then speak with Domrod.
Will we fall from the Pelennor as we fell from Osgiliath?
The city has been lost, Pineleaf. Faramir is missing, and his men are dead or captured. We have slowed the enemy's march as much as we could, but now we must see to our own safety. I will bring us to the secret passages beyond the enemy camp, and from there we will make our way to the causeway. And we have arrived on the fields of Pelennor, and there we are, the White City. Hello there, that's quite an impressive city.
I cannot stop thinking about Gothmog and the great ram, Grand.
My brother and I left Minas Tirith to seek adventure and hunt the mighty Mumakil, and at that time it felt like a prison. Now I see the White City on the horizon, and it seems a refuge instead. Can its walls stand against the evils that we have beheld? I can't stop thinking about that frightful apparition, Gothmog. It is true that he has the power to escape death. What will happen when the great ram Grand is repaired and he brings it across the Pelennor? We will do what we must, as always, and not shrink in fear. Truly, we will let it drive us to greater heights and courage. It seems that some of the defenders of the causeway forts fled before the encroaching enemy, and were slain before they reached safety. See if many men survived, and defeat their pursuers. It could be that their injuries were grave, yet not yet mortal, so defeat enemies and check fallen soldiers. Alright, I suppose I can do that. Aha, there's a fallen soldier right up there, I think. Yeah. Mounted enemies. Annoying. This man did not survive. Seems the enemy hewed his body after he fell. Are all the enemies here? Am I going to... I suppose I could see how readily I can face these foes. And there you go. Ooh, Orc Slayer of Ode Honorian. Okay, at least I can see that I can defeat some of these riders. Right? Oh, hey, you poisoned me! Well, that shouldn't be too much of a problem. But I also need to find the rest of those. It says I need to find 3 of them. Why 3? I don't know, but we'll find out in a moment. Ah, here's another one. Number 2. Well, the guy doesn't look like he has any hope of being alive, but you check for signs of life, but this man has already succumbed to death. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Ah, Here's another one. Let's see how this man is doing. You check for signs of life, but he's been dead for some time. And this Easterling has been... It's annoying, right? Oh boy, he really likes to give me trouble. He gives me a lot more trouble than those war riders. Whew. Easterling Slayer of old Honorian. Oh, I'm gonna unlock many more deeds, aren't I? I didn't find any living soldiers, and I killed a few of the enemy to even the score a little bit.
You found no survivors. Orcs will pay for this.
I'm not surprised, but I am disappointed to hear that good men of Gondor were bludgeoned or hewn even after death. We needed no further reason to hate the orcs, but still, they provide it to us. You will not forget, and every insult will be repaid tenfold. He is determined. What do you say?
This place will soon be crawling with enemies. It is time to leave.
Yes, let's get out of here. Into the city, I would presume. We've done that, and yeah, that.
Saddle your steed. Tell me when you are ready to ride.
The Pelennor is wide, and it will not be long before it fills with the forces of the enemy. Climb upon your steed, Pineleaf, and tell me when you're ready to ride to Minas Tirith. I suppose I am ready to ride as any time. Forward!
Osgiliath is lost, and its defenders flee across the plain. Can they reach the White City before the enemy overtakes them?
I would hope so. Is it on their way? Oh, there's a battle here. I found Faramir! Hello. I've been looking for you. Oopsie daisy. Sorry about that. I don't know you, stranger, but I can tell that from your livery that you're a friend. My men and I must reach the White City, but we were pursued. The Southrons harry us on foot and on horseback, and terrible raids attack from the skies. Fight them off, my friend. We must reach the city if we can.
The enemy draws near. Fight!
Wait. Okay. I am more of a dragoon than a cavalry person, so we will dismount and fight. Oh, dread. Oh, well, fortunately, I still have one bit of hope left, so I don't have to worry too much about the dread yet. That hope token that well, actually, technically it wasn't a hope token, it was a scroll of hope or something like that. But whatever it was, it's still on, so I am able to withstand this terror. A dart flies right by your head, missing by only inches. And then another!
Faramir has fallen.
Uh-oh. What are we going to do about that? And... Oh!
The White Rider.
White Rider? Oh!
Gandalf for Faramir!
Oh, Gandalf. Hi there, Gandalf. He seems to be busy. Well, I suppose... Anything we can do? Oops, sorry about that, Shadowfax. Oh, Faramir has sustained a wound, Pineleaf. Soon the enemy will surround us. He cannot stay here. Ride to the city. I will follow with Faramir and the Prince Imrahil. Go, now!
Ride for the city!
Alright, I'll head for the city. Ride! 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 I have arrived in the White City, and so has Gandalf and Imrahil, who seems to be carrying Faramir. So what's going to be the outcome of this? We'll start to unfold that in the next episode of The Complete Pineleaf.